Hey, what's going on, y'all? Big Sarge here, host of the Texas Tailgate Talk Show on YouTube. All right, day 2 of Houston, Texas training camp has concluded, and so let me start with the bad news first. Linebacker Jake Hansen was carted off. Head coach D'Amico Ryan said that it was a foot injury, and they're going to evaluate him a little bit more. So we'll probably get an update here in the next couple of days. If not on Friday or Saturday, maybe by Monday, we'll find out exactly what happened to Jake Hansen. And, it's very early in training camp. You don't want to see any players go down like that, especially one who is vying for playing time. And the Houston Texans linebacker position is very thin already. They lost EJ Speed for the year, and now Jake Hansen goes down. Is no telling when he's going to come back. So just thoughts and prayers to linebacker Jake Hansen. What I seen from the offensive side of the ball today, the offensive line is starting to look good. A lot of those offensive linemen are now starting to win some of the reps against the defensive linemen. Now, hey, don't get it twisted. Don't say, hey, Sarge, but you said. No, Sarge ain't finna say none of that. What Sarge is about to tell you is that it was a good battle. And for normally where the defensive line dominates, you're starting to see the offensive line get their footing a little bit more. You're starting to see rookie Keelan Rutledge find just a small group, because we're still in shorts and T-shirts. And so once those pads come on, it's going to be a whole different story. What I did like on the offensive side of the ball today was that C.J. Stroud looked a lot comfortable, and it looks like he's working on precision passes. Now, we'll talk about precision, a little bit later on in Texas Tailgate Talk Show, but because it's something that head coach D'Amico Ryans mentioned. But C.J. looked like his purpose today was to see if he could get passes into a tight window, and he was successful on the majority of those type of passes. And so we'll see what as time goes on, if that's something that he's really trying to incorporate more into his game, taking more chances. And that will come with also with a lot of the offensive line protections, and with the comfortability of him being in that playbook, that Nick Caley playbook. 3 team drills today, a little bit of the back and the forth, of course. I mean, I don't need to tell you what Will Anderson Jr. has done. We already know what he does. We know what that defensive side of the ball. And you always ask me why I start with Will Anderson Jr. because he really is the key on that defensive line that gets things going, because he commands so much attention. And once he gets going, that Daniil Hunter also commands a lot of attention. But Will's get off of the ball. I think that David Montgomery said today that during OTAs and minicamp, he would watch Will, and he was like, this guy's offside. Then he go and he looks, he says, no, this guy's just really good at getting off the ball. So we'll see that. Last thing I have for you before, I get ready to get up out of here. Kayden McDonald. What Kayden McDonald is, he's violent. And I can't wait till they put those pads on, and you'll see Kayden McDonald being able to use his physical ability. Now, he's still a rookie. He still has to get himself into NFL shape, of course, but he's so violent, and that young man right there. He's so violent with his hands. And D'Amico Ryan said today he's like one of the most powerful guys that he's seen in a very long time. On the Texas Tailgate Talk Show today, we're going to talk a little bit more about Cole Popovich, the offensive line coach for the Houston Texans, and we'll get into the interview that I had with David Montgomery. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with a Z, because we do everything for the gram. And make sure you are subscribed to the Texas Tailgate Talk, because there will be money given away soon. Big Sarge, I'm out.